Good morning, children. Let's start EVS period now. So, we will move ahead. Now, the next topic is the blind school. Manav is the leader of the first group. They go to the blind school with biscuit, cakes, and sweets for the visually impaired children. Please underline visually impaired children. Visually impaired children whose eyes are not well, the person who cannot see. Okay, the group was amazed to see how first the children in the school read from the books written in a special script called Braille. Now please underline Braille. So I will send you a video after this video where you will understand who was Mr. Braille, how he got impaired, I am visually impaired, and how he discovered this script. Okay, this kind of special script for all the visually impaired, all the person who cannot see and they want to study and read, then they use this kind of Braille system. Okay, Braille is a system of reading and writing made for the people. Please underline when question comes, what is Braille system? So you will write down Braille is a system for reading and writing made for people who cannot see. The system uses the raised dots for letters of the alphabet and numbers on the papers. So here you will see in the diagram, you will see like this. They have the alphabet over here and these letters are raised. You can feel it. Okay. When you take a paper and from the back side you pinch your pencil, then on the other side you will feel the paper gets raised, right? So उठ जाता है paper वहाँ से. So that's how you feel the paper when you write with the pencil and you write it by pressing very hard on the other side. You can feel the letters embossed, utha hua letters, you can feel it, right? Just like this, the dots are embossed, dots are raised, so you can feel by the fingers. Here you have to study with the fingers only, with the touch. So they touch the raised dots and they memorize the alphabet. Like you can see in the diagram A. In A you will see there are total 6 dots. Alphabet is made out of 6 dots, but they have to remember the placement and the position of the raised dots. So here you can see the left corner, the first dot is raised. So when the first dot is raised, they read it as A. When first 2 dots are raised, then they read it as B. When first dot of the left and first dot of the right side both are raised, it means they read it as C. That's how they read the alphabet. So these dots are raised. You can feel the raised alphabet. Okay. So people read by touching these raised dots with their fingers. The group has also observed that besides studies, the children at the blind school are good at many crafts such as making colorful candles, artificial jewelry, and carving wood. They are so good at it. Though they cannot see, but they can make very good colorful jewelry. They can also carve the wood and make the sculptures and designs in the wood. And they can make colorful candles. Other schools are good at Others are at the schools, they are good at singing, they are good at playing musical instruments. Now when I go through the Facebook, I see there are many children who are blind, but they sing so well. So children, when your one or sense organ get impaired, the other sense organ becomes very strong. Means when you are not able to see, either you will be able to hear very sharp soft noise also you can hear, or your sense of touch, it increases. So they are very sharp at listening. If their eyes are okay, eyes are not working but the ears are okay, then they'll hear. And their sense of touch, this is also very, very, very strong as compared to our sense of touch. Okay, so Manav visits the blind school even on weekends. He has volunteered with the others in his group to write for the visually impaired children during their examinations. So Manav, he visited the blind school. Here also in Nagpur we have many blind schools. So he visited the blind school and he volunteered with others in his group to write for the visually impaired children. So during the examination, when these children are not able to write, see, they can study by reading it, isn't it? By reading the embossed, the raised letter, they can read, they can study. But when they have to write the paper, they have to write only, no? But how will they write? They've never learnt. So what do? These children, they become the writers for those visually impaired children. So this Manav and all, they became writers for them. No, volunteer. They said, okay, I'll help you. So these children, they just keep saying the answers. They read the question for them. They say the answer, and these children, Manav and all, they wrote the answers in the examination for them. Okay, so here, did you know Braille consists of patterns of raised dots arranged in cells of up to 6 dots, right? It was invented by Louis Braille, who was blind. Later he became a teacher for the blind. So children, here we have already seen there is a cell over here. You can see the cell. Yeah, these are the cells. Okay, these are the cells. And how many dots are there? There are 6 dots. Here you will see there are 6 dots are present over there. So in all the alphabet, the position of the raised dots are different. That you have to memorize and then you can read it, right? Okay, so after this video, I'm going to show a video on Louis Braille. Okay, how he became the inventor, how he discovered, how he was blind, then he discovered how the alphabets need to be, how will you read it? It need to be read. How will you read? So these are all there in the next video. Okay.